Alright, we got another one, next technique. Obviously I'm wearing the same sort of outfit, so we're just rolling through as I've got these ideas in my head. This is the next technique. I will be teaching you a whole bunch of shit, industry stuff, you know, just to help you out. Each one teach one. I'm hoping to reach 1,000 of you guys, so I'm going to give you bits and pieces based on my experiences, and you'll be able to teach the next few people after you, you know what I mean? So today I'm going to teach you what happens when you get blackballed, right? You got your music, you're doing this, you feel like you're doing good things, but you're blackballed, you can't do shit, you know what I mean? Promoters, whether it be a promoter, whether it be other artists, whether it be radio, no one will touch you, right? I'm going to give you a personal experience, and then I'm going to give you an even bigger experience. That wasn't mine, but, you know, very prominent. So, my personal experience. There was a festival here in Lake Macquarie, and my boys got put on. My boys' collective crew were on it. This is dope. We go camping, have a really good time. A couple of questionable acts, but I know they were trying to keep it local. A year goes by, they're promoting for the next one. Who do you want to see? I said, look, it'd be dope to see more hip hop, but I really don't want to see this act. They were corny and no one was really messing with them. I didn't go too harsh on it, and then all of a sudden that promoter tagged that artist, and little did I know they were friends and they'd done uni or TAFE or whatever together, and that's what it was. From then on, I had a black mark against my name, for real. So even if they try and deny it, I've got literal proof. So certain shows would come up and my name would get suggested because I've been around and I've met dudes, and I've always been one to network and everything. Like you met in the last video, I was networking like a motherfucker. I was getting all my organic relationships, building all that, and shows would come up and bigger name artists or whatever, and I'd hit them up. They're like, yeah, this promoter's handling most of that, but I'll put your name in. Never hear. And I'm like, yeah, maybe they didn't do it, they're just blowing smoke up my ass. This happened for a while. I couldn't even get a show in Newcastle for a minute, so I continued doing shit in Sydney. I'm doing big shows in Sydney, you know, doing well in Sydney, Central Coast, Canberra at one point. But there's one main promoter that ran a lot of the shit. They were the booking agent for most of Newcastle. So I'm not throwing any names out there. I'm not throwing anyone under the bus, because at the end of the day, the relationship could mend itself. Who knows? Big artists coming through. I'd had a relationship through. I met him online. We, you know, just cool dude. Obviously thought I was cool as well. He was coming to Newcastle. He hit me up. He's like, yep, sweet. It was going through a venue through this booking agent, the one that had a black mark against my name. And at the time I thought it must have been all in my head, and people were saying it's all in my head. Anyway, he hits them up, he gives them the list of people supporting, and I'm the only local. The rest of them are from Sydney, and you know, it was a big lineup, big lineup. And they go, oh no, you shouldn't go with him, you should go with this guy right here. Not to toot my own horn, but my fan base and dude's fan base were completely different. Dude couldn't stick to a beat, I could. I had people that come to a show, he didn't. You know, it just made no sense that they were making this suggestion. And they went back and forth with him for a while over this, and then eventually he just put his foot down and said, nah, MITUS is on this gig. But I'd found out through that actually did. You know, they're telling the artist, don't book him. Don't book him, he's no good, he won't bring people, all this. So what do? I'm blackballed. I know for a fact now. I'm blackballed. What else can you do? Do you sit there and wallow in it? Do you sit there and go, my career's over. One promoter in one city doesn't like me. I kept doing what I was doing, man. I started doing shit in Sydney. I started doing all this type of stuff. Not long after that, did a show at Liverpool. We ended up actually in around about 2009, 2010 playing Parramatta Park in Sydney, right? It's a pretty big deal. And we got hit up to be involved with the Reverb Tour. If anyone wasn't around for the Reverb Tour in 2009, maybe 2008, 2009, it was, these are some of the artists involved with it. So there was us, pretty big names, a little known crew called Fundamentals, Mind Over Matter, Tychotic, Fat Chance, went on to call himself Chance Waters, who else? Cursor, Spit Syndicate, Collective Crew, whole bunch of names, man. Some went on to do crazy things, some went on to do still good things, some that I didn't mention in that lot, completely gone. It happens. It does happen. I started getting booked for, you know, big international tours. I was getting flown to Melbourne to do international tours. I started doing this shit in Melbourne. We did our own tour. We did, you know, Gold Coast. We did all this, man. Like, we started doing shit. We were killing it. At this date right now where I'm saying this, I've done stuff with Exhibit, OC, the High Focus team, the Dirty Dyke solo tour, the Licks, all the names I mentioned in the Reverb tour, you know, a bunch of shit. And every single time there's been like positive interaction between myself and the artists and myself and the promoters. The reason being, you build those relationships, you do good work, they remember that and put you on next time. I remember I'd done the High Focus and Dirty Dyke tour. The promoter hit me up and said, yo, do you want to do La Coca Nostra? And at the time, I don't know what I was doing and why I said no. I just wasn't, my shit was like, and this is a few years ago now, which is crazy because, you know, my thing was, nah, I'm working on the album, I'm not doing any shows until the album's ready. It's about 2-3 years later and I'm still working on the album. It will come out this year, I hope. Anyway, but yeah, because we've done such good work, we promoted well, we did all this, we ticked all the boxes. He's hitting us up when there's other shows, and that's the best thing you can do. That's networking. Again, see the previous video. But the funny thing was, right, so these guys blackballed me. Anytime I wanted to put on shows myself, I'd ring them up, I'd email them, whatever. They go, yeah, sweet, I'll get back to you with some dates. I'm not going to get in particulars, not going to throw anyone under the bus, but it is what it is. There was definitely a black mark against my name. Let's go to 2013. I started hitting up, this is around that time this has happened, 2013 when I started hitting them up, when I do gigs and all this. We do Hip Hop at the Crown. The worst crowd we ever had was 70 people. And most of them averaged about 150 to 200. So there was no upfront cost to the venue. All upfront costs were on me. I promoted everything myself, and the way we did it, artists got paid, and there was no hassles. They're saying decent money over the bar because, as people know, hip hop crowds spend money over the bar. They drink. That's what they do. They ran nightclubs where they were getting, say, 3 times as much crowd and didn't make as much over the bar as when we were there. So then we get Exhibit there and they make the biggest payday over the bar they'd ever made, ever. The whole place is sold out. I had people at the front door trying to hit me up, offering me $150 a ticket just to get in for each of their mates. And I hit the security guard, you want to go halves on this shit? He couldn't do it. They're at capacity. I organised that. I had a relationship with the promoter, and I said, is there any chance of Newcastle? I hit the venue I'd started working with. We went back and forth, we made it happen, we put it on for Newcastle. It was a dope event. Now the crazy thing about this is, I initially wanted to go to this venue, but I couldn't because I'm blackballed by the promoter, booking agent. So I went to this one, made him crazy money. However long later, I come across the security guard who I'm good mates with, and he'd been hearing things that we've been doing and everything. I said, look, I wanted to come to this venue, the sound's better, and all this type of things. There are better reasons why I want to come here. It's the most prominent venue, but they don't want me. That's what it is. You say, well, what can you do? You know? We started doing good things with Crown, and we've had Cormega there too. We've had K21, we had Mr. Hillenraj Conkers, we had Fracture, Scotty Hines. We've had some good names there, man, and we've done good things since. The other end of the spectrum, that's just my little tadpole in a big swimming pool story. The other one is Cursor, man. You can say whatever you want about Cursor. I fucks with Cursor. I met him years and years ago. I've done shows with him and I fucks with him heavy. Fucks with his hustle above everything. Like, I'm not gonna say I enjoy every song. I don't enjoy every song of every artist, ever. There's not one artist that I enjoy every song. Even Rakim has got shit songs. Even Eminem has got shit songs. But I fucks with a lot of Cursor's shit, and I fucks with what he does, him and Rates. So, Cursor, he's doing it. He cornered a market in a lane that no one was doing prior, and now there's thousands of fucking wannabes that are doing it terribly. But he did it with no radio. He couldn't get any media, no radio, no nothing. He puts it, he's blackballed by the whole entire industry, but it doesn't matter. He utilized the internet and his fan base and stuck with his core fan base and stay consistent, put out shit on YouTube, all this. He did his battles initially, which was how he came up. He utilized every aspect of the internet, and now he's #1 charting every time he drops an album. So, what have we learned here? You be blackballed by a promoter, be blackballed by the whole entire industry. You can still win. There is no excuses. You can still do this shit. No matter what level you want to attain to, as long as you work hard and you think about this stuff. You build your relationships and you just continue to grind, man. That's it for the next technique. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of shit, and there's going to be plenty more stuff coming up. Peace.